to the Cheer Athlete Podcast, where we bring coaches, parents, and athletes expert tips and advice to help keep cheerleaders healthy, strong, and at the top of their game. Now let's go. Welcome to the Cheer Athlete. Today we're going to talk about the cheer hangover and how that affects your body. Now, I don't really know what a cheer hangover is, other than what I remember when I was cheering in college and I went to practice a little hungover. It was a long time ago, people, so don't judge. But what I anticipate and what I can tell and what I think, knowing from what it felt like when I was coaching and was like we were going all the time and you were just event after event. You'd have a basketball game, men's game, women's game, competition, practice, and putting it all together. And you have to go and you're just on the whole time. That's what it feels like to me. And that's what I can sense from cheer moms that I've seen posting about that, and how that affects your body and how you're feeling. So, how do you manage this and how do you avoid it? You probably can't fully avoid it because that's just the nature of the beast. The weekends that you go and you compete, you're in a massive arena, you're sitting in these chairs that are just not comfortable, and you're waiting for your kid to come on, and they've got multiple times, and then you're traveling and you're sleeping in a weird bed and you're not eating your normal food. It's not easy to get your water because you got to go shopping and get a bottle of water. So all of that stuff can feed into it. And that can lead to that feeling of like you're dehydrated, you're stiff, you're achy. It affects your lower back. Maybe it affects all your joints in your body. So how do you combat that? Movement helps. When you're traveling, you need to start moving. You need to, if you're a parent sitting watching your kids, or you're a coach and you're standing around all day, taking them through warm-ups, in between you're doing hair and you're kind of all just in one place. Like, yeah, I know, you get up, you walk around, you get your snacks, you walk around looking at t-shirts and taking photos and all of that stuff. But for the most part, there's a lot of sitting that goes on and a lot of stationary. So you need to create some movement into your day. Now, this doesn't have to mean that you have to take, a big loop around the DC, which is the Centrum in Worcester, 5 times between every performance. Like, that's not reasonable either. I mean, you could stand up after the team is done, stand up when the team finishes and cheer for the team that's on, even if it's not your kids' team. Stand up and take your body through some different motions. Maybe do some rotation, which is twisting. Maybe do some side bending. You could lift your rib cage and stick your chest out, and then lower your rib cage and pull it down. That's going to create some movement in your upper back. And then stick your booty out and slouch. Like, people always question in the clinic, I teach them all the time, like, you need a slouch. We are so ingrained that we have to sit up tall and we have to, stay upright, that we create compression through our lower back, and it creates pain. We need to be able to flex. We need to be able to slouch. We don't need to stay there all the time. It's the position that you can't get out of that's the problem. And that's why that stiffness happens when you are sitting through a competition all weekend long. So create some movement. If you can't get up and move, march your knees, kick your leg out straight, move your knees in and out to create some rotation at the hips. And yes, get up and walk, not just to the bathroom or the concession stand. Like, get up and take a walk around the arena and do it for you, where you're like shutting out everything else. Take your kid and just be like, hey, let's go for a nice quiet walk for 5 minutes to just change. Maybe go out, if you can, go outside and get some fresh air. You might not be able to leave given the day and age of, like, you can't leave a venue and come back in. But if you can leave that immediate area and find a different space, it'll quiet your brain, it'll get you some movement, and it'll allow your nervous system to kind of chill out and calm down. And the other couple of things, like, make sure you're getting your fruits and vegetables in. The concession stands, they're great for getting some calories in. And, you're not going to starve at a cheer competition. And maybe you can't take your food in, but before you go, could you have an orange for breakfast, or an apple, or berries? Like yogurt and berries in your refrigerator in your hotel room is an easy thing to keep there for breakfast, so that you're getting some protein to carry you through the day, and that fruits and vegetables to help hydrate you. If you can, at dinner time, you try it, have a side salad along with the fries. Maybe eat the salad first and then eat your regular dinner. I'm not telling you to take away the other stuff, but add some, fruits and vegetables in to get that extra hydration in. And that will continue to nourish your body, give you the vitamins that you need. I myself take Emergency nearly every day. I've done it since I was a teenager. My mom owned a health food store, and she used to say, you got to take this, and it's got 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And I personally think it does a world of good. I don't get a sponsorship from this, but something I like. I take it every day because I think it helps keep the vitamin C and keeps my immune system boosted. It also forces me to drink, 16 ounces of water in the morning first thing, because that's the first thing I drank. So creating a habit like that can help to get that little extra water in through the day and help keep you hydrated, keep your minerals and your vegetables up. I mean, your minerals and your nutrients up. And then get your Stanleys, get your hydro flasks, and refill them with water. Put a ton of, if you need to have some soda, fill it up fully with ice, and have maybe a little bit of soda. If you can eliminate the soda, it's really not good for us. My mom used to say that all the time. And yeah, every once in a while, I do like my Diet Coke because that's what I had all the time in college, and my ginger ale. When I don't feel good, I'm nauseous, and that hangover, it kind of helps. That ginger helps a little bit, but it's not good for us. It's got a lot of sugar. It's got a lot of wasted calories that we don't need, that doesn't fuel our body good, and it doesn't really hydrate us. So choose things that are going to be more hydrating. If you don't like plain water, put a splash of juice in it. Have lots of ice though in those huge Stanleys, because that will melt over time and you can sip on it, and it's going to get you that hydration through the day. Ideally, probably 2 of those big Stanleys are what you need through the day. And if you're traveling and you're on the go, you might need a little bit more. If the other factors, we don't get enough sleep. So trying to, have a quieting ritual at nighttime, turn off the electronics, read maybe when you're going to bed, encourage kids to read so that they puts them to sleep, close out the light blockers, set a time for your kids to be in their room so that they're not out running around. It's nice to go socialize, and I do think that it's an important key piece. And I do think, I used to enjoy it, and I wanted my kids that I was coaching to be able to enjoy also, like get out and be with your friends. But, you got to get up early in the morning. So you also got to go to bed and come in and just be quiet. So getting a good night's sleep, getting your nutrients, making sure you're hydrating, get some movement in through the day, and eat your good nutrients and fruits, vegetables, get healthy proteins in, to complement what you're maybe eating at the event. And that can help your body to feel better and move better. And it'll help your aches and pains overall. It'll help you to feel better so you have less of these hangovers. Hangovers happen because we get dehydrated, we're not getting our minerals, and we deplete our body, and then we don't get sleep, and we maybe don't eat so great, and that just makes us perpetuate the cycle. So relatively easy things to be able to help manage. If you got stiff joints, the movement is key. Get up, change position. Things will get stiff if you're sitting for a long time. Everybody asks me that all the time. Like, oh, yeah, I've been sitting for, watching 3 hours of a movie and I didn't move. Why am I stiff? So you didn't move. We need to move. Our bodies are meant to move. So we have to change position, and we have to, create that mobility through the day to feel good. And that's, whether it's your back, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your neck, like watch your position as you're carrying things and change your position and move. Maybe you need to join your kids in a flexibility routine, not to the same extent, because they're probably a lot more flexible than you are because they're out moving and you're not most of the time. Maybe you do have a good exercise routine, and that's awesome. Keep it up, but keep that, get your mobility back gradually and incorporate that into your day. And that can help a lot for when you're traveling and doing all of the mom things and coaching things that you have to do every day. If this resonates with you, I have some free workouts. If you want me to put together a mobility workout or a guide for you, please, send me an email and let me know, or message me on social media. And just let me know, would you like more information about how to manage how your body feels when you are at cheer competitions? I'm absolutely open to doing that for you. Anyways, thanks again for listening, and please check out those free resources and keep yourself moving, keep yourself hydrated, get your fruits and vegetables, get your good proteins, change your position, get some sleep, and remember why you're at it. It's all fun. We have to pay that price a little bit, but we have to do the work to maintain your body in between times. I hope that's helpful. I hope you have a great week. Don't forget, when in doubt, breathe it out. Take life one step at a time. You can do anything you put your mind to. And as my friend Drew Kelleher said, you're responsible for your own vibes. Let's make some good vibes.